Tonight, from GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Murray now on first down. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The receiving numbers for Hopkins a week ago, well north of 100 yards receiving. He was hard to stop. The only thing they did well defensively, they didn't allow him to get in the end zone.
And that's small comfort for them because he actually carved them up. I love his versatility. I love his route running. Ran the entire route tree. They hit him on deep shots, quick hitters, balls over the middle, balls to the sideline. He was everywhere.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now a handoff. Edwards. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Throwing now is Murray. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. That's Robinson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 carries, 80 yards.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football, give it to them early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
2nd down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. Well, this defense for the Cardinals, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and the Chiefs' 1st down. Now Edwards-Helaire. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Well, this defense for the Cards, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with the new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Now Mahomes. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And they'll get this down to the 10. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They go back to the ground with Edwards-Helaire.
Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. They go play fake. Mahomes. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill, his 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Chiefs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Boy, what a job there. 4th down that far away from the end zone just to get it in, get that done.
An unlikely result, but it occurred nonetheless. What a terrific play. Great way to finish and in the end zone.
And the defense has to be scratching their heads, right?
That's usually to their advantage. In that situation, they should be able to make a play on the ball, but instead it turned out to be a touchdown, and they've got to go figure it out on their sideline.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. Tried to roll out, make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there it's really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend a play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and you end up getting sacked.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they come into play here 2-6 on the year. And I guess if you're them, you have to have the mindset of, hey, if we go 7-1, 8-0 down the stretch, we can still get into the playoffs. But CD, to be frank, I don't know that they've shown that they're capable of that this season.
Well, I certainly hope they have that mindset and that they're trying to play to that. But in my mind, from what I've seen, they've got no shot at doing that. This is going to be a tough second half. They've had so many injuries. They've had tough losses along the way. I think you've got guys playing for jobs for next year, and they're playing for positioning in the upcoming draft.
On 2nd down, it's Edwards. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Murray. Dumps it off to Edwards. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the second time. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive.
A 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. And when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team, so I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment, too.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. He finds Robinson, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 1st down, Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. High throw, but he makes the catch. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill. Complete. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Chiefs add on. Lead. Andy Reid, never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2.
And here's Edwards-Helaire.
And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied. So now, Charles, 2 touchdowns, 2 tries at 2-point conversions, and both fail.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on. But the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. So now you've got to dial up more 2-point conversions and hope you're successful from here on out.
The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points.
Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. Murray now to throw. Ertz over the middle. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Again, they'll throw with Murray. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Mahomes now to throw. And going deep for Hill.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Hill, the intended receiver once again. And it's 2nd down. Mahomes going to throw. And going deep for Hill. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now a toss left side for Edwards-Helaire.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Looking to throw is Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Demarcus Robinson, the intended target on that one.
But now it'll be 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Butker's kick here is good. And the lead extends. It's 15-0. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here are the Chiefs to take over. Last week they defeated the Broncos, and they've got the lead here as well as they work with a 1st and 10. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. Quickly into the hands of Robinson. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, he's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill from 10 yards out.
And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And Extends their lead by 2 more. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball on a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. L'Jarius Sneed up to make the play defensively. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Murray now. On the slant, complete to Hopkins. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A Cardinal 1st down, Murray to Hopkins. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Derek Nottie makes the tackle. Here on a Sunday night, you're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Five yards remain on 2nd down. Here's Murray. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now, because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away, because